Alright, let's dive into this because it's a wild situation. Chelsea's 41-player squad. Yes, you heard that right, 41. And with just 25 days left in the transfer window, Xabi Alonso has his work cut out for him. But here's the thing. This isn't just about numbers. It's about squad harmony, player morale, and the future of a club that's been stockpiling talent like it's going out of style. So, let's break this down. First off, why 41 players? Personally, I think this is a relic of Chelsea's old strategy, stockpiling young talent, loaning them out, and hoping a few turn into stars. But here's the kicker. FIFA's cracked down on this, and now Chelsea's left with a bloated squad and no European football to justify it. What makes this really interesting is that even though they can technically register more than 25 players due to homegrown and under 21 rules, having so many players on the sidelines is a recipe for discontent. I mean, imagine being a player who's not even training with the first team, like Badiashile, Desai, or Wiley. That's got to sting. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. Chelsea's spent £1.8 billion on players in the last 4 years. That's insane. But here's the twist. They've also raised nearly £1 billion through sales. So, is this just a high-stakes game of player trading? In my opinion, it's more than that. It's a survival strategy. With lower revenues compared to the other Big Six clubs, Chelsea's relying on this model to stay competitive. But at what cost? Are they building a team, or just a portfolio? One thing that immediately stands out is the pressure on Alonso. He's got to trim this squad down to 25, and that means making some tough calls. Who stays? Who goes? And what does this mean for the club's identity? I mean, look at the center-back situation. 9 players. Alonso says he wants to reduce it to 4 or 5, but that's easier said than done. Desai and Badiashile are on the chopping block, but what if they can't find buyers? What many people don't realize is that these decisions aren't just about football. They're about finances, contracts, and player relationships. Then there's the Enzo Fernandez situation. A £120 million price tag? That's bold. But if you take a step back and think about it, it's not just about the money. It's about whether Chelsea can afford to lose him. He's a key player, and letting him go could send a message about the club's ambition. This raises a deeper question. Are Chelsea still a top-tier destination, or are they becoming a stepping stone for players? What this really suggests is that Chelsea are at a crossroads. They've got a new manager, a massive squad, and no European football. It's a reset moment, but it's also risky. If they get this wrong, they could end up with a disjointed team and a frustrated fan base. A detail I find fascinating is how they're handling the Asian tour. 21 substitutes against Juventus? That's not just overkill. It's a symptom of a deeper issue. They're trying to showcase their depth, but it's hard not to see it as a desperate attempt to keep everyone happy. In my opinion, the most intriguing part of this whole saga is what it says about modern football. Chelsea's approach isn't unique. Clubs like Brighton and Brentford have thrived by trading players. But Chelsea's doing it on a much larger scale and with higher stakes. What makes this different is their ambition to win trophies, not just balance the books. So, can they pull it off? Personally, I think it's going to be a bumpy ride. Closing thought, Chelsea's squad situation isn't just a numbers game. It's a test of their identity, strategy, and ambition. Will they emerge as a leaner, more focused team, or will this be the season where the cracks start to show? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure, it's going to be fascinating to watch. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below.